Here are my takeaways from day 4 of Detroit Lions training camp. Oh my goodness, we are finally back, guys. Finally, we are back. And I don't know when you guys are seeing this, very late or kind of like early in the morning. I guess what it would be, Monday, or I'll wait till Monday and upload it. We'll have to wait and see. I really want to get this video out because, I haven't had a lot of videos out because they've all been just kind of random, trying to throw them together during a car ride and then just upload them to you guys. That's why they've been kind of strange. With that being said, we're finally back and now I can do some real stuff. We're going to have some real stuff coming on Monday. Look out for a podcast. Now, I will have the link in the description when that comes out. I'll have more information on it when it comes out, but there will be a podcast coming out very soon with Detroit Lions Squad on Instagram, so make sure you guys go give him a follow. Also, I really haven't got to let you guys know that, hey, thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. It's super awesome. You guys have been great. Recently, you guys have been absolutely killing it. And me moving around and stuff like this, kind of just having to slap together videos, is great that you guys are really supporting it. I'm super thankful. I'm super grateful for that. But let's get right into this video. Here are my takeaways from day 4 of Detroit Lions training camp. So we're going to start off with the defensive line because I think that's what everybody cares about at this point. The defensive line is so great. That's what everybody cares about, right? We talked about the best positional groups, and at least in my opinion, I put defensive line as number 1. Some people said like safety and stuff, which, okay, I can see that, but I want defensive line. And we all know, though, we can all agree that they are really good at that position, but we have had a lot of injuries and a lot of reasons that guys haven't been playing throughout training camp. So with that being said, we're going to take a look at some of the players that haven't actually participated on day 4. So those guys include Trey Flowers, Ashawn Robinson, Deshaun Hand, Snacks Harrison because he's on the NFI list with Darius Slay as well, just because they missed some time, so they're trying to catch themselves up and not kind of rush them into the team activity type of things. We also had Austin Bryant out, the rookie, John Atkins, and Darius Kilgore. So we had a lot of guys out. We had a lot of firepower out. We did have Mike Daniels in there working on some stuff, and that's really awesome. I actually read a thing that said Mike Daniels said, thank God that I was actually cut because I wanted to go play with the genius of Matt Patricia, which makes it so awesome that he said that because, as we know, Matt Patricia is a genius. I knew he was a genius. The dude's literally a rocket scientist. And we have guys saying like Mike Daniels, like, thank God I was cut. This means a lot, and that's kind of something that I think you guys brought up a few times, that Detroit Lions haven't had this fast. It's been kind of hard to bring in big free agents to Detroit. After bringing Trey Flowers, it's kind of opened up the path where, hey, maybe guys want to come here because they understand, hey, Matt Patricia does this.
I do that.
Like, this is what he does. And now you can see Mike Daniels, he said he had 13 other phone calls and he decided to take less money to go to Detroit because he wanted to play with the genius of Matt Patricia. And that means a lot when you were trying to compete for a Super Bowl. And he also put on Twitter, well, he didn't put it on Twitter, but someone else did, saying that he was looking for a team that was going to be in competition for a Super Bowl. So he definitely knows something that, well, I guess I know it, but maybe some of you guys don't know, but you should know. The Lions are competing for a Super Bowl in 2019. Next up, we have the rookie TJ Hockenson. And we've talked about TJ Hockenson a lot throughout this training camp, and why not? TJ has been outstanding. He's been one of the best players on the team. You could easily say he's been the best rookie, and he has just been unguardable. I mean, that's just one word to describe him. They've called him TJ, TD, whatever you want to call him. Matthew Stafford loves him because he catches everything. Dude's absolutely uncoverable in the back of the end zone, like the back corner, and that's actually Matthew Stafford's hot spot. If you guys didn't know, when it's in the red zone, Matthew Stafford throws a lot of touchdowns, back corner type position. He did it a lot with, like Calvin Johnson when he would throw that fade, but now he's doing it with tight ends TJ Hockenson. He absolutely loves him. I think TJ's definitely been the best red zone threat. We've had a lot of good ones, but he's been crazy good. So what TJ Hockenson has brought is a guy that's catching everything, like everything, and he could also block very well. We already knew that. So we had to get a little input there on the rookie. Now let's look at another rookie, that is Amani. And Amani actually had a position to catch an interception, and he dropped it. Now he got in position, he baited the quarterback, and he dropped it. And it's kind of looks like a big deal, right? You only have a couple opportunities, but at the same time, getting yourself in that situation, in that position, is also a good sign. So I'm sure he'll be able to do it again. He'll do a lot of good things. I'm excited to see what Amani can do. I know T is definitely getting an Amani shirt, so that's pretty awesome. I'm going to go with Quandre Diggs. I think I'm going to go and bust out the Quandre Diggs, at least shirt, you know what I'm saying? So you guys let me know what shirt I should get. If you guys have any take on that, let me know in the comments below. Next up, we have Matthew Stafford, who simply has been outstanding. Matthew Stafford has been great throughout training camp, and in the past, he's kind of struggled at training camp, right? He hasn't always looked great at training camp, but man, something's with this team, man. Something's brewing over there in Detroit because he has been playing very well as well, and overall, we just look like a really good team. And like I said, Daniel's saying, thank God I got cut. That was my next point, but I already said that, so I'm not going to say that again because that's just weird. Next up, we actually have a surprising one here, and that's Jalen Reeves-Maybin. So we have some news on Reeves-Maybin, okay? I try to get some new players in here every training camp or every day of training camp, just a couple new ones with information because sometimes you forget to talk about a lot of guys. So Jalen Reeves-Maben actually has been really good in coverage, and he's actually been able to play step by step with guys like Jesse James, and that dude's like 6'7". Reeves-Maben is not on the same height level, but he is showing good coverage, speed, and ability, and that's something that he brings that maybe not a lot of other linebackers bring. When you look at our linebackers, we have a lot of big, long linebackers, Kennard, those kind of big linebackers. But we have Jalen Reeves-Maben that's kind of like, wait, that's a little small guy that runs fast. Well, he brings to the team this guy that can cover really well, and if he can cover very well, the Lions may definitely keep this guy around just to mix him in when they need him, because that will really give him playing time if he can bring something different that the other linebackers really don't bring, if he can give that special skill set to the defense. So that's really good to see from Reeves-Maben. Now again, he's not a very strong linebacker. He's actually pushed pretty hard back by a guy named Ty Johnson who weighs 210 pounds, so we can't sleep on him. Next up we have Miles Killebrew. So again, a new player in here. Miles Killebrew actually came up with a huge hit on Mark Thompson and knocked the ball loose after a grab, and there was reporters saying, hey, is Miles Killebrew finally back? Because he had an opportunity. When you have a lot of guys out, you have opportunities to, step in, especially training camp, right? Everybody's going to get opportunities to play. Killebrew came up with a little bit of a nice play there, and that's good for Killebrew, another one of those guys that are definitely on the bubble, kind of like Theo Riddick was. Miles Killebrew's definitely in that position, so it's good for him to make some plays, but we've seen some other good plays from other safeties, guys like Andrew Adams that are on the bubble as well. The connection between Stafford and Danny Amendola has been out of this world good. Amendola and Stafford have been great. They've done one-on-one drills like wide receiver versus defensive back type of thing, and Matthew Stafford won that drill with Danny Amendola every single time. Like every time they won, and it's crazy how good that relationship is going. That bond between Matthew Stafford and Danny Amendola, a while back they were definitely working with each other. They were practicing together after practice. They were trying to figure things out. And now it's definitely paying off. This is, like I said, Danny Amendola is kind of like a security option for Matthew Stafford out of the wide receiver position. And he's been showing a lot of good things for this, duo, we could say, right? Little dynamic duo there between Matthew Stafford and Danny Amendola. And finally, we have another rookie, Travis Fulgham, okay? And Travis Fulgham hasn't had the best camp. He's been okay. Hasn't had the best camp. With that being said, he was the last guy to leave today, and he's been doing this throughout his career, right? This is just the guy that always works really hard. Fulgham actually was the last guy to leave the field today on day 4 of training camp. He was just out there working on routes because this is a guy that's definitely trying to get better. He's trying to make a name for himself, and he's trying to make the team. He's on the roster bubble as well because he was such a late round pick, and he hasn't had a great training camp. So he's out there working, and that can show a lot of things to coaches that, hey, at least I'm trying to get better. I'm still young. I can be developed into a good player. So good things there from Travis Fulgham. Good things really across the board. With that being said, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Again, thank you guys for all the support. You guys have been absolutely outstanding, and I can't say enough about you guys. I'm going to try to bring some entertaining content in the future, definitely very soon. Again, look out for the podcast. I will hit you guys up whenever something goes down. Also follow me on Instagram at DoseOfDion 2.0 because I give Detroit Lions updates over there as well. So with that being said, thank you, Pride, for watching, and I'm out.